Hey, what is up, everybody? This is your boy Noobkilla J, and I'm here doing a Black Ops 2 commentary for you guys. And we're just gonna jump right into this, and we are going to be talking about the Super Bowl that has happened just last night, at least, well, for majority of the world. But anyways, um, the Super Bowl. Everyone or a lot of people were watching the Super Bowl just like every year. Although I think there was at least a little bit less people watching the Super Bowl compared to last year. From I think I saw an article about it. But anyways, um, this Super Bowl was very interesting to say the least. It was a lot. It was very interesting. Now, in my opinion, like Super Bowl, like when it comes to down to the Super Bowl, everyone pays attention to the top three things that happens every Super Bowl, at least more popularly in the last couple of years. Like the biggest things were, besides, like the first thing is obviously the game. I mean, it's obviously the most important thing. Second, it might be close to importance, but the halftime show. I know it's very important, but you can argue that the third most important is probably the commercials. That every year we always look forward to the commercials because they're either going to release something really big like Fast 5 or Iron Man 3, as most of you guys, if you saw it, or you might have been paying more attention to the halftime show with Beyonce singing. Now, let's just go first, like part to part. So, first, obviously, was the game, which was really amazing game. I mean, I'm not much of a 49ers fan or Ravens fan, but just watching the game was very interesting, to be honest. It was a really good game. It was really interesting because, like, the highlight of pretty much of the entire game was pretty much the power going off, at least for half the stadium, which was, like, no one expected it. I love how my friends kept saying, like, the Illuminati and stuff like that was going on when the power went out. But that was really, I don't know, a lot of people think it might have done something to like the persistence of 49ers, because the 49ers were getting their ass whooped the first half. Then after the power went off, like they started to make a little bit of a comeback. But as you probably know, the Ravens won just by a little bit, but they won. The 49ers, they were making an amazing comeback. But I mean, other than that, the game overall, I think was a very interesting game. It was very interesting. It got a lot more interesting in the second half, how the 49ers kept coming back and attacking the Ravens. But, like, it was a really good game overall. It was, for a Super Bowl, it was a really good Super Bowl. Like, it was something unexpected, really good, and I really enjoyed this Super Bowl. But the next thing that happened, or well, not next, but the other factor when it comes to the Super Bowl, besides the game itself, is the halftime show, which was Beyonce. And I liked the halftime show. It wasn't a bad halftime show, but I don't know. I wish it could have been better. I guess I had really high hopes. I'm not saying Beyonce is bad or anything, but I was hoping it would be a lot better than it was. Like, it was good. I was just hoping maybe more. But I don't know. I guess that's maybe my expectations were a little bit high, maybe, for the halftime show. But it was funny how my friend remarked to me how, like, at one point, Beyonce was asking the audience, the crowd, to give her, like, their energy. And she was raising her hands up. And it was funny because my friend kept telling me how, like, it seemed like she was summoning the Spirit Bomb. And if you're not sure what I'm talking about Dragon Ball Z, where Goku summons the Spirit Bomb by asking people for their energy. And she did the same thing, and it was, like, really funny. Like, I didn't think of it at the moment when she said it, but after, like, my friend, like, told me about it, I was dying. I didn't realize it. I don't know why I didn't realize it when the moment she asked people for their energy and she lifted her hands up like she's trying to summon the Spirit Bomb. I was dying when my friend told me that. I wish I noticed those things. But anyways, getting off topic. The halftime show was good. I mean, I wish it was better. I'm not saying it was bad, but just, I don't know, I wish it was a little bit better. But it was good overall. I enjoyed it. It wasn't bad. And then came the commercials. Now, there was a wide variety of commercials, and honestly, this year was a decent year for commercials. Like last year, I think honestly was a lot funnier, the commercials last year, because like I remember the Doritos commercials were really good. Like, I don't know. I felt like this year the commercials were decent, but they weren't as good as last year. Definitely not as good as last year. Last year and the year before, I think, were better years for commercial. But this year was decent. I think my favorite commercial was the Audi commercial with the teenager going to his prom and kissing the prom queen from I was assuming. That was a good commercial. And then the Doritos commercial was also kind of funny. Oh, and I think the best commercial, in my opinion, was probably the Taco Bell commercial, which was with the old people like going out party and like going to Taco Bell and stuff like that. That I thought was really funny. Like you didn't really expect for that to happen. It was a good commercial. In my honest opinion, that was probably one of the best commercials. But then, like, it was kind of, like, bipolar in some way, the commercials. Because you had, like, funny ones, like Taco Bell or Doritos. Then you had the serious ones, like the one about the farmers. And, like was not, like, always happy. The tone of it, of all these commercials. Like, they were serious, and then they went back to funny, then back to serious. But, I mean, the commercials were okay. They weren't bad. I still preferred, like, last year's commercials. They were a lot better. And I think the trailer I was most excited for was probably Fast 6 or Fast 5. I can't even talk. And Iron Man 3 commercial was really good. Was really good. Honestly, those commercials look pretty epic. But I wish they kind of showed more. But then again, there wasn't enough time for that because they had to show other commercials. And also, I remember now that the Pistachios commercial, of course, they had to have Psy in it because like. I don't know. I was expecting Psy to be in one of the commercials because, you know, he's becoming worldwide known. And I was expecting him to be in the commercials, but I didn't know it was going to be in a Pistachios commercial. Yeah. Can't even talk right now. But, yeah. So, overall, this Super Bowl was a pretty good Super Bowl. Like, the game was, that was an amazing game. It was a really interesting game. I mean, if you were a 49ers fan or a Ravens fan or neither, you were just watching it for fun, it was honestly a great game. Like, yeah, if you're disappointed 49ers, I mean, like, in my perspective, like, it was a good game, to be honest. It was a good game. It wasn't like it was complete domination of the Ravens. I know it could have been pretty boring. I can't even talk today, but it could have been pretty boring if it was just complete domination. But it was a good game in general. And it was a good show, and commercials were decent. So, overall, I give this Super Bowl, like, I don't know, grade. I guess an A. It was a really good Super Bowl. But, anyways, guys, I hope to talk to you guys soon in another video, and I'll be back. And I don't know how to end this video. I'm really bad with endings. Bye, guys.